Hi everyone. Today we will be talking about critical path method. This is the most feared topic of PMP certification exam. People are afraid of how to calculate the CPM, what is network diagram, what is forward and backward pass, how do you calculate late start, early finish and late start and so on. So we will be covering all these things during my subsequent videos. But for today's video, we will be discussing on the network diagram of a very small project, and we'll see how it is calculated on the broad level. So critical path basically is the longest path of your project from start to end. It does not have any float or slack or total float in it. Okay, so the path from start to finish that does not have any slack and float. That is critical path method. And then we have other path as well. We have some project which has multiple critical path. You will see as we gradually progress with this topic. And also in your PMP exam, you're not going to get a very long question on CPM. You will get moderate type of question, moderate complexity of the question, and so that you can complete on the given time frame of the exam. So let's get started. I'll draw a diagram which is called network diagram, and it will give you the sense of how this CPM thing is and what is network diagram, how the project is calculated, um, uh, how the end and finish date is calculated for the project. So here is the diagram. Here is activity A, B, C, D and E. This is finish line, finish of your project, and this is start of your project. All these activities which you are seeing A, B, C, D, there are some dependencies on each other, like B depends on A, C and D depends on B. So here we are seeing the dependencies also. And the activities are always on the node of the network diagram. These are the always have this thing in your mind that we are talking about the activities of your project which you have got through by doing the WBS. You got all the activities. You know now what is the dependencies and correlation between each activities, and this is the finish. So the first thing which needs to be remembered is the path which does not have any kind of slack or float is critical path. We'll see here. Let's give a number to each activity. So these numbers are what? These are duration. Okay. Like activity A will take 3 days to complete. Then it will go to, it is ready for activity B to take, and then B will take 2 days, C will take 4 days, and D will take 3 days, E will take 2 days, and then this will get finished. This is a very small project network diagram. Okay. Now let's see how we can calculate the critical path on it. How many paths you can see over here? I would suggest you also draw the same and you see how the paths are getting calculated. So I have two paths over here. The one is A, B, C, E, this one. And the other one is A, B, D, E, this one. Now let's calculate the CP for each path. So for ABC, what you have to do is you have to calculate the duration, like 3 plus 2, 4 plus 2. So 5 and 4 and 2 is 11. And when we calculate the path for ABD, it is 10. So the path which has the longest duration is the critical path. Always remember this. So here we are seeing that we have to, because this is very small project network diagram, and we are seeing only two path over here, and when we see ABCE, it is the critical path because it is the highest number of duration. So the critical path is the longest path. It basically tells you about the end date of the project. Okay. So here in this example, this project will take 11 days to complete. Also to remember one more point is these activities will not have any kind of float on the path ABCE. If there is any float or slack or total float, then this is not a critical path. But there is a scope of float in the path ABDE. So as per the definition of float, it is the amount of time you can delay an activity without delaying the project end date. Okay, fine. You have 11 days over here. You have some scope of delaying some activity on this path, but it should not delay the end date. Because any delay on the critical path of your project will result a delay on your project. Any delay on any activity on critical path will extend your project. So this is all for this video. We'll come up with float and slack and other activities, definition and how we calculate. This is very simple example. I'll give you a tough example also, so that when you start creating network diagram and calculating critical path, you will have your fundamental clear. So thanks for watching. We'll see you in my next video.